ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the Woodshed, East Lansing, Michigan. Spartan Stadium on the banks of the Red Cedar and home to Michigan State. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the Michigan State Spartans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Spartans will put toe to leather and will get started. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. So the Penn State Nittany Lions offense will go to work first. Last time these two rivals got together, guys, there were hurt feelings and some dead fish handshakes in the aftermath, and this might be just the recipe to cook up some revenge, Jesse.
Well, they're going to be motivated, that's for sure. The losing team, they have been hearing about that blowout loss now for a very long time. They had this game circled, David, all offseason, hoping to get that payback.
Oh, man, and you get all the quotes, all the people talking about all those blowhards on all the different networks, i.e. us, talking about how bad it was and how embarrassing it was, and now you get a chance to get some payback. They're excited.
They came out hot on this drive. One play and already near midfield. Looking to throw, it's Allard. Quickly complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too, but don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Off play action. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Grabbed in the middle, it's Allen. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
Great job by the running back on this play. It's a big 3rd down, and his ability to catch the ball, turn around, get north, make a guy miss, and go move the sticks. Awesome individual effort.
Makes the grab on the shuffle. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong, the emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
Sparty and nearly 75,000 of his closest friends pegging the decibel meter on 3rd down. Looking downfield, it's Allard. Firing to the right, complete. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the 1st down. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
You want to bring in your tight ends? You want to bring in more beef for that offensive line? I'm going to bring in more beef. Nice job by the defense understanding the situation. Red zone, field shrinks. I need more bigger personnel on the field, some big guys that can stop the run. Played the run well. Great job by the defense understanding the situation.
And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
Well, he tried everything he could that time just to not take a negative play. He didn't get sacked. It was a great job avoiding that. He's just able to get what he can get on the scramble play here down close in the red zone.
On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. Caught in the backfield, it's Singleton. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State!
What a nice job by the offense. First drive of the game, they matriculate it down the field, put themselves in a goal-to-go situation on 3rd down. It's not going to be easy throwing it, but they win the matchup. Accurate throw, and they get paid.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So the Michigan State Spartans offense will take the field for the first time. And they are going to be met up front by a defensive line group that is going to make life miserable on the offensive line and the quarterback and this whole offense, Dave.
And this offense is fully aware of the challenge in front of them. This defensive line is quick, they're physical, they're powerful. They wreck games. They individually take over because of their greatness. It's focal point. Two and three, Jesse.
They're physical and athletic, and that's the thing that's so dynamic about this position group, right? They stop the run, they get after your quarterback. Tremendous challenge for this offensive line to try and match that physicality. We'll see if they can get it done.
Trying to get the corner. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
To throw, it's Childs. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. He had a chance to get rid of it and avoid the loss. Instead, the defense pushes him out of bounds for the loss. The Spartans will call on their punt team. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Plows through the defense.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Nittany Lions with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. He's got it on the right. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Now they've moved it just inside the 40. 1st and 10 from the 39. Pass is broken up. It's incomplete, but there is a flag on the play. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Split backs here. Looking for a man. It's Allard. Oh, it's picked off. A rare mistake from this guy. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Spartans! The defense takes matters into its own hands.
huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive throwing a pick six, Jesse.
You're right, Maurice. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Nittany Lions can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. They get to him as he throws. Complete downfield. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. Drew Aller feels as if he has unfinished business at Penn State. Tyler Warren is gone, but Aller still with a plethora of weapons at his disposal, and maybe, David, giving him a path to redemption in the college football playoff.
Yeah, and when we saw him finish, it wasn't the best, right? He made the big turnover. They had a chance to go to the national title game, but Penn State took some next steps, and he took some next steps. So if the talent in this offense, another year with Koltanecki, the running backs back, like this offense could really take that next step.
Oh, it goes right through his hands. They had everything set up on the screen except the catch. It'll be third down.
We know about this running back's versatility. He's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
The noise bouncing off of Sparty's armor as they encourage the green and white on third down. Throws to the back. Got it in the middle. It's Singleton. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. The Nittany Lions look to keep this drive humming. Reads it, fires complete. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on the game.
And you know what? The best third down offenses don't get the third down. Really good job by the offense running the football. You could tell the defense got caught a little bit off guard, got a nice gain, popped one, got a first down. Who needs third downs if you can just pound it down their throat on second down?
The Nittany Lions are threatening on first and goal. To the air, it's Aller. Here comes the heat. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. They'll send the back in motion. Back to pass. Grabbed behind the line. It's Singleton. And that was a high percentage completion and a low efficiency pass. They lose yardage.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
On third and goal, they'll throw it. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
And that's what I love about empty sets and formations on offense, is that when you spread the defense out, you create bigger lanes to throw into. You saw it right there.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Here's the give off the left side. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll run the option. They go to the ground. And a short gain here in the first quarter will come to a close. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Dropping back, it's Childs. Pressure coming. Can't meet the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
One thing this defense always talks about is getting off the field. Last drive, they forced a punt. Here on third down, what a great job flying to the football, getting a hit, forcing an incompletion. They may be jogging off here soon again.
Finds his tight end. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down? Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. The corners are walked up tight. Off the play fake on first down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
We're only in the first half already. This guy's got 2 TD passes, so you could see the defensive coaching staff on the sideline telling this D-line, guys, we got to get after this guy. We have to affect his rhythm and not let him be so comfortable back there. Right there, they were able to get after him. Let's see if they can keep it up.
The Nittany Lions with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Now the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And that was another ball thrown in harm's way. And this young man, here he has one interception. That was almost a second. Just playing a little bit loose with the football. Let's make sure we get that dialed in. We can't make those mistakes. Hard to win games when you make big mistakes.
Finds the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. Coming out with it, it's Marsh. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. Back to pass, it's Childs. Gets it out quickly. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. Got the back over the middle. Oh, out of space. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Makes the grab on the left. Getting closer and closer to midfield. Out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 47.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
And the Spartans in a good spot here with 2nd and short. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
I gotta say, watching this guy run has given me PTSD from when I played against Michigan State back in college, and they had a big old running back named T.J. Duckett that was wearing our defense down. He got stronger and stronger as the game went on. This guy has a little bit of that in him, too.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Bullard. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down.
Now, I know that completion isn't a touchdown. It's not a deep play deep down the field, but how about the strong hands by that receiver making that catch? He made that look pretty routine. He had that DB draped all over him and still was able to help this offense get positive yards.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Quick strike complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit them with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
Well, the offense is running towards the open grass, right? They're going toss play to the field, but way too much penetration defensively, forcing that tackle for loss.
On the move, he fires. Another interception. That's number 17 on the year. Stopped at the 13-yard line. The return after the interception has them in business.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Caught over the middle. It's Dinkins. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit and let's keep going.
And the quick shuffle pass. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Sparty and nearly 75,000 of his closest friends pegging the decibel meter on 3rd down. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Looking to pass. It's Aller. He's got his man across the middle. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a 1st down.
Man, a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the 1st down.
Just keeps swinging it. Immediately fires to the middle.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle. And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. Snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Nittany Lions will send out the punt unit. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. They'll move the wide receiver. Back to throw, it's Childs. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Didn't find much room on the return, but now they are in business and poised to strike from the 25. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. He's got an open man. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7.
I love that play call, and quarterbacks are always licking their chops after their defense gets a takeaway because they know now, hey, I got a sudden change situation. I've got a chance to take a shot and pad my stats.
The Nittany Lions will try to put one on the board on first and goal. Wide out trying to get it in. Touchdown, Penn State! And they take it in for 6 more points. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Marsh. He stopped there, but a good return coming out of his own end zone gets him to the 28. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
Moving away from pressure. He'll pull it down and run. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there. The Spartans come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll run the option. They'll go to the ground. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
These offenses are so hard to stop when you run the option because they play the quarterback well. They get it to the running back. The defense looks pretty good, But third and short, they get the yardage they need, and they move the sticks.
Snagged in the middle, it's Brown. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. The offense will quickly use a timeout. And the Spartans with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Quarterback making adjustments. To the air, it's Childs. He's got it down the middle. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the 1st half. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. That's going to wrap up the 1st half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that 1st half. And it's been an absolute clinic in fundamental defensive football so far. A total standoff with both teams refusing to give an inch. And I know this new era of football is about chucking it all over the yard and just outscoring the other team. But this game is a throwback, and to be honest, it's refreshing. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. The Nittany Lions will boot it away to start the 2nd half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. They start this 3rd quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. It's like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the 1st half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding 3rd and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to...
Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's in open space downfield. Gashing the knee on the... And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Sparty. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Their lead is down to 10. It's moments like this you start to feel a little bit of heat to put points on the board. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Back to throw, it's Aller. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell it extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it. And the big...
Oh, he's got some space. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
The Nittany Lions come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. They'll give it to him again. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Powers through the defender. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. The noise bouncing off of Smarty's armor as they encourage the green and white on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he could and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. The Nittany Lions will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And he tried to pin him deep with that punt. Instead, it goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. The touchdown drive cut the deficit last time they had it. Forced the punt. Now a chance to really make this a football game.
And I think if you're the offensive coordinator here, you're revisiting that last drive and asking yourself, okay, what did I call? What worked? What can I keep dialing up so we can keep scoring?
Dang right, because you got the momentum. You're back in this football game. Everything is going your way. Your defense just contributed, so that lead they had, just keep chipping away, and who knows what will happen.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Caught behind the line. It's Belling. He gets it past the 30, and they'll get him out of bounds at the 32.
I think you're seeing the chemistry between these two guys on that last play, right? Quarterback's on the move. He's got to find his big fella. He does a great job of finding the soft spot in the defense and settling down. He was a stationary target for his quarterback on the move, and that really helped him pick up that first.
Catch in the middle, it's McCray. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule. It makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective, trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
Pocket breaking down. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Hauls it in, the first down and more. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
The Spartans are moving quickly down the field. To the air, it's Childs. Quickly out to the tight end.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
And the Spartans can really attack on this second and short. Wants to adjust the pattern. Trying to beat him to the corner on the right. Defense is there to greet him again, and they are ready, and he has found nowhere to run tonight.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Caught close to the marker, it's Belling.
And that's a first down.
We've reached a break, and Penn State is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the big fella. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the first down.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball's going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
The Spartans with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to throw. It's Childs. Throws to the wideout. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. And the Spartans come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Catch in the middle. It's Belling. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
And even though they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. We saw a nice completion on that last third down. Let's see if he can keep it going.
Red pass, it's complete. Touchdown, Michigan State. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Well, how about that? And after that touchdown, we might have a finish after all, Jesse.
I love it, Reese, and this team is not quitting. Yeah, they're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're clawing and they're scratching their way back in this game. They're going to keep going hard until this clock reads all zeros.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They still have the lead here, Jesse, but this will be a good time to put together a drive.
You're right, Reese. You can't rest easy right now. You just watch the opponent drive down the field and score a touchdown of their own, so you've got to answer that here. Your playmakers better step up.
And I don't know what it is about momentum. In all the locker rooms and all the years, coaching, everything, you can't quantify it, you can't measure it. And the momentum has swung to the other side. You got to get it back.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time. shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Bringing the heat. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Man, this offense has been bad. How about the first play? Nowhere to go, nowhere to run, tackle for a loss. Second play, you get your quarterback sacked. And the third play, now we're sitting in 3rd and long, right where this defense wants to get us.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away. And the Nittany Lions line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different. And I can't tell you how much I love seeing corners being willing to come up and tackle. That is so huge for a defense. You can't olay blocks and create space. You can't just hang out on the outside. You got to go set that edge.
And conversely, I can't tell you how much I hate it when receivers don't want to block. You got to do a better job on the perimeter. It's not going to be enough in this offense just to catch passes. You got to go execute your assignment. That corner should have been blocked, and they should have gotten a bigger gain on that outside run.
Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on 4th down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. With the catch, it's Bullard. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the 1st down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the 1st down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision to make.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Converts on 4th down, still going. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. The upset's been bubbling all day. Now at a full-fledged boil. Guys, see if they can finish it off.
Can the underdog hold on? That's the big question right now. They've done so many positive things in this game, David, to put themselves in position to win, but this is the critical moment where your execution has got to be at its best.
And sometimes you start thinking now, and you start letting that clock tick, and you stop kind of playing carefree. Keep doing what you've done all day long to build the lead, finish this thing out, pull off the big upset.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. The play action fake. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Grabbed over the middle. It's Belly. He'll be brought down at the 41-yard line, not close to the line to gain, and it's 4th down.
Well, that time on 3rd and long, they just took what the defense gave them. Nothing down the field. They were hoping maybe he could make somebody miss after the catch. Wasn't able to do it, so now it sets up 4th.
And here we go. Down to score. They'll go for it on 4th down. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. The give and tick, 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 tick. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
And after that negative play on offense with the lead late in the game, I think there's still ways that you can be creative and run the football, but not be so obvious. So zone read type plays, fake dives and pitches to the running back to get him outside, jet sweeps. You can find other ways to keep the clock moving, even though the defense knows you're going to run it.
And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Grabbed in the middle, it's Dinkins. And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. The Nittany Lions send out the punt unit. He's getting a lot of work, 4th time he's punted tonight. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This is everything you could hope for in a rivalry game like this. Close game, waning moments, history waiting to be made, guys.
And it's moments like this why you come and play for these two schools, right? To play in a game like this, in a rivalry like this, in a situation, David, game on the line late, who's going to take it?
And you know when you make this play, you're immortalized. With this kind of rivalry, these are the highlights they'll be showing for years. Everybody will be like, I remember when so-and-so made that play against our biggest rival to seal the deal.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. This is a situation you dreamed of in the backyard, but now it's for real. One last chance late in the game. Final drive coming for this offense. Fires to the right. That pass is incomplete.
And I like it. Very smart defense. Understanding the clock. Understanding they're going to try to push the ball down the field. Great job playing deep. Breaking on the football. Making sure that receiver doesn't catch it. Smart IQ defense.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Looking for a man. It's Childs. Fires to the wideout. It's complete. And he's got enough for the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 34.
And they've trusted their QB to throw the football. And he's going to have to make plays. He's made plays throughout the day. This is now when you come up clutch in a big moment when your team needs it. If that's any indication, I like what I'm seeing.
Makes the catch. It's Brown. They get him out of bounds. Couple yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. Got to move quickly here. They need to get it to field goal range. Might be changing the route. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's McCray. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down.
And he shows up in a big moment. We haven't heard his name much, right, Reese? Like, he hasn't made a bunch of plays, but this offense, when they need it, down the stretch, late in this football game.
It's a running room. And he gets out of bounds to stop the clock as the offense moves closer, trying to pull it out.
What a great individual effort here in this 2-minute situation. He makes the catch in the middle of the field. He knows he's got to find a way to stop the clock. The only way to do that is to get out of bounds. He uses his speed and his vision, and he's able to elude the defense to save some time.
The Spartans had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Throws to the tight end. Got it in the middle, it's belly. He's stopped at the 5, but the completion sets him up with a first and goal. Got to find a completion on this one. Touchdown, Spartan! They've got the lead here in the fourth.
And what a job by the offense, coming up with a huge play when they absolutely had to have it the most. There are virtually seconds left on the clock right now. Big-time players making big plays in big games to close this thing out.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. They go 83 yards on the drive. And what a way to end it with what is likely the game winner in the final seconds. From inside the 15, here comes the return. No more room to run. They make the tackle right there, and the clock is at 0, and that's how this one will end. The great Nick Saban often says players often respond better to losses. They listen more than they do if they're getting away with things in wins, so maybe this is an opportunity to recalibrate.
I think you take it first and you internalize it and you get upset because obviously the goal was to win the game. But you've also got to flip the switch really quickly, Jesse, and say, okay, what do I need to work on? Because I only got one loss. I'm still very much in the thick of all of my dreams that I want to come true, so I can't take it too hard, but I got to use it.
Yeah, this loss definitely hurts, and I know one of the goals for this team at the start of the year was to go undefeated and win a national championship. You can't go undefeated anymore, but you can still win a national championship. The key is the leadership in the locker room. They've got to turn the page. They've got to get everybody refocused. You can't let this loss now turn into 2 or 3 or more down the road.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.